the Rolls-Royce Spectre, the first EV from Rolls-Royce. This is where the future of luxury is going to be. The spirit of ecstasy remains here. The car looks absolutely gorgeous. Well, this is not the exact pitch for this to be there, but we are in Abu Dhabi and desert is part of it. Now look at the tires. The tires speaks about its elegance because this is such a big tire on this car, because this car weighs about 2,900 kgs, almost 3 tons, with a 102 kilowatt battery. And there is only one door on each side. Basically, the rear passenger have to step in, slide the door, which takes forever to go inside and sit rather little uncomfortable. This is a Rolls-Royce for the driver and the co-passenger. There's a strip of chrome underneath, which is always a welcome move. Now, if you look behind, there's one single slope, and this is done hand paintedly. Now, imagine this looks so beautiful because it's a stroke of paint, and I can feel the unevenness of the paint. You know, this is not like a symmetry. When you touch it, you can actually get a cut because this is touch done by a brush of stroke, and this is very, very razor sharp. So if somebody is trying to fiddle with your Rolls-Royce, they might get just cut. And silhouette is all very, very sloping. And if you look behind, this is very minimalistic. 2 color tones. One is black, the Rolls-Royce badging right here. Again, this does not have a green number plate because in UAE, that's not the concept. It is an EV and it looks its part. Now the beauty is that when you step in from this side, the door and the beauty of the car is beautiful. And to close this, you just have to press this and this stops on its own. But you see the luxury? The luxury of the car is that you have a screen here which does not do anything. It just has a Spectre written here and with some stars mentioned here. There's an analog watch here. This is actually rather manual, but this finish is brushed aluminum of a high pedigree. There's also an umbrella which actually pulls up Rolls-Royce umbrella, which I will actually not take out because if I lose this, I'll be very unhappy. Now, on the driver's side, things get even better because the spirit of ecstasy remains where you are. And I'm going to show you something very interesting about this, because if somebody is trying to fiddle with it, this can get broken, you know. So for someone to get inside, this door has to slide in, which takes a lot of time because someone important will have to wait. That means that important person is either driving or sitting on the co-passenger seat. This much space you get. This is not enough for a fat millionaire to go inside. And once you step inside, like I have a laptop, I was trying to work, I could not. This is how you are going to sit, which when the seat comes back is not a great position, like you can see. But the controls and the luxury and this roof, which does not have a sunroof, but which this twinkle twinkle little stars, makes you feel kiddish, makes you feel very nice. Something nice about this, that I have to say. For you to make the movement of the seats, there's a knob given here, which is again in very high quality steel. You have to pull this and the seats go forward or backward as you want it. Now the seats can actually be closed from here, but I can also press on the brake, and the moment I press on the brake, this door will shut and I'm going to drive. So see you on the other side. Alright, a car which costs 7.2 crores ex showroom in India, which means by the time it comes to a garage, it will be costing about 9.5, 10 maybe. That's without options. Doesn't get a sunroof. But what it gets is this blinks and you feel good. Now, certain things about the Spectre is very unusual. For example, this AC knob here is permanently on. That means there's a knob here which actually says AC off. So when you press that and when it blinks, that means the air conditioning is off. That is because the rich people like to keep their cars always cool, always in temperature control. In terms of ride quality, does this get any luxurious? No. This is the epitome because, you know, with 100 plus kg of damping acoustics stuffed in all the doors, the Rolls-Royce Ghost on which this is based was already a very silent car. Now this is an EV. So you can imagine the level of silenceness. You can just feel the road noise, hear the road noise, feel the road vibrations without it touching you. So which means that you know that the road is making some turbulence, but it doesn't come to you because the suspension and all that mechanism soaks that in. This is why this is a Rolls-Royce. Well, I'm driving from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there is not a single EV charging unit operates between this region. It's a 100-kilometer run, and this only gets about a 450 kilometer of range. I mean, WLTP range of about 500 kilometers or something, and it sucks in the battery very fast because this is a heavy car, close to 3000 kgs, 3 tons, and it moves on a 100 watt, 102 kilowatt battery, which means that this is in cities like this where there are long kilometers to run, it will deplete the battery very faster. One more thing that I noticed, that there is no massage chairs in this. There's no massage in the seats. Yeah, I know what you're saying, paying that kind of money and you don't get to even get a massage. And the best seats are these seats, the driver and the co-passenger seat. But the person who buys a Rolls-Royce like to be sitting behind. The sitting behind seats are not that spacious as you would want it, because and the worst part is the entry and exit, because you actually move the gates and you egress and ingress from the seats, which again is very, very confusing. So all in all, this is going to ask you a lot of questions. A, why should I buy a luxury EV? Because this is not having 1,000 kilometer range, which would have appreciated. The Spectre comes with only half of that, which is not great, because you know, when you are going to drive long distances, it's going to hurt you. Second, you buy an EV for the silenceness of this. A Rolls-Royce is already the epitome of a silent cabin. So again, it defeats the purpose. Third, it does not even give you the massage option. Yeah, that can be an option, I'm not sure about that, but this one doesn't get it. Though the spirit of excellence is right there, the feeling is completely luxurious. You can feel everything that you touch and comes in contact to your eyes is luxury. Luxury wrapped everywhere. The seats are actually very comfortable. You don't need any massage. The HD screen in front of you is very, very no-nonsensical, to the point, and it connects with your Bluetooth phone in a very easy way. No fuss about it. Tuck, 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 and it gets the job done. The gear levers are right here, you see. Just like a Mercedes, you have the drive mode, you have the reverse mode right here, the reverse here, and there are no paddle shifters. This is a Rolls-Royce. We don't expect all this from the Rolls-Royce. The speakers are top-notch, and the pickup is just going to leave you really, really with a nice grin on your face, because it's an EV, it's a Rolls-Royce, and it's a powerful motor beneath it. That way, this is definitely a car that has set some standards. I've been always wanting to drive the Spectre, because this is where the future of luxury is going to be. There's also a parallel line, because you know, when you buy such luxury cars, you buy it also one reason for the engine, because V12, V8, they all sound very exciting, they all age very well. Now, when you are going to buy an EV with a battery pack which needs to be changed in 7 years, 8 years, whatever, I don't know how things change. So all in all, it's a very, very unique combination. It is something that will take some time for a billionaire or millionaire to digest, but here we are. This is the future, and this is where I'm rolling an electric EV.